Welcome back to another episode of In the End, There's Always a Disney God. Before we get into today's episode, make sure you go to DisneyGod.com, subscribe to my blog, make sure you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And let's get into today's episode. We're going to be briefly talking about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. As you guys know, um, the Falcon has been, or Sam, has been struggling with the idea of becoming the next Captain America. He felt as if that it should be retired, and he also felt that there was only one Captain America. Originally, in the end of Avengers Endgame, of course, um, in Avengers Endgame, uh, Steve originally gave Sam the shield, as we all know. In episode 5 of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I think, I don't think, as I watched the episode, the Falcon came to terms with, being the next Captain America. Of course, he had to practice, with throwing the shield and stuff like that, but he came to terms with it. And I think he was the main one struggling with the idea of becoming the new Captain America, which is why it was so hard for him to accept the shield. That was why he placed the shield or returned the shield to the government to be placed in a museum, or gave it to someone else. But that's why the original reason of why he didn't want to take the shield. He felt as if he wasn't eligible, basically. I think also when it comes to Bucky felt betrayed because, one, the Shield was like that family that he never really had, or that he never was really used to. And I think Bucky needs to start learning to stop depending on others, and he needs to start depending on himself, because I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely annoying in some way, because and it's like, I understand where Bucky is coming from when it comes to the shield and when it comes to him giving up the shield, but it's like, it's not your decision at the end of the day. But like I said, I definitely understand where he's coming from, but it's like, at the same time, it's also like, it's not really your decision to make, is what I'm basically trying to say. But in the end, I mean, he comes to terms with wanting with accepting the shield. And he practices it. Of course, the first couple of times he wasn't doing so good. He was horrible, actually. He was missing the shield. I mean, all the way. I thought that shield was gonna hit him in his face. He ran, and after a while he got used to catching the shield, and he got used to using the shield. He's mastered the skills of being Captain America. I'm just glad that he finally accepted it, because at some point he's going to have to accept it. I mean, come on now. Obviously, with what happened with with the Captain America that they gave, the other Captain America, John, obviously he wasn't ready. He definitely wasn't ready, because he spilled blood on the shield, literally, when he killed that man. At the same time, I get where he was coming from, but it was like, come on now. And then he attacked the Falcon and the Winter Soldier in episode 5. In the beginning, they had a full fight scene, the full epic showdown. So that definitely proves he doesn't deserve the shield as well. But I'm just happy. I'm glad that he finally accepted the fact that he's the new Captain America. I'm pretty sure Steve is happy too. But thank you for listening in to today's episode. Make sure you go to DisneyGod.com, subscribe to my blog, follow and subscribe to this podcast on both Google Podcasts and Spotify. Thank you for listening in. Bye-bye, and I love you.